Yo, that was a crazy, crazy playoffs. Just finished watching the Rockets and Thunder game, and the Thunder lost. And I just needed that team. I just needed the Thunder to win in order for me, all my picks to be perfect. But speaking of that, big shout out to the Rockets. James Harden actually showed defense at the end of that game, and that was crazy. Speaking of the Rockets winning, let's get right into it. For the second round predictions. Yeah, big congrats to the Rockets winning this first round against the Thunder that weren't even supposed to be there. But against a team that's supposed to be there and the championship contender, Lakers in 5. Easy. The Rockets just have no one to match up with LeBron or Anthony Davis. LeBron's averaging about 27.4 points per game, 10.2 rebounds and assists, a triple-double, bro. This man's averaging a triple-double out of the first round. Casual LeBron, you know? But with also 1.2 steals per game, with his boy Anthony Davis averaging about almost 30 points per game, 9.4 rebounds, 1.4 steals, and 1.6 blocks. So these two not only bring it on the offensive end, but they bring it on the defensive end too. In order to win in 5, they're going to need KCP, Kuzma to step up, but most importantly, Danny Green to step up. This man is averaging 8 points per game in the first round and 34.6% from the three-pointer. This man gets paid $15 million a year to make three-pointers. This man, just to show you, this man is shooting 9 for 26 throughout the whole playoff so far. So before we get into the second matchup between the Celtics and the Raptors, here are what the people on Instagram and Twitter had to say. So with that said, obviously those polls were taken before game 1 or before the series even started. And since the series has started, I'm going to take the Celtics in 6. As you can see, the numbers do look similar for every team. Everyone's getting buckets. Both teams play defense really well, share the ball, move the ball around. But the one outlier between the teams is that man, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is averaging about 28 points per game, 8.5 rebounds a game, and 1 steal a game. The difference between the Celtics and the Raptors is the Celtics have not only Jason Tatum but also Kemba Walker that could close out a game and get you a bucket at the end of a game. The Raptors do not have that one person that could create a shot at the end of a game to get you a bucket in order to win the game. So therefore, I'm giving the edge to the Celtics. Another matchup in the East are the Heat and the Bucks. Here are what Instagram has the Bucks 52% and the Heat 48% to win, while Twitter favors the Bucks 71% to 29%. But forget Twitter, bro. Forget Instagram, because they both want the Bucks to win. But I think the Heat are going to win. The Heat are dangerous. I mean, look at the numbers. They look very similar. But the Heat have figured out Giannis. They're doing a good job of slowing him down. They're making him take outside shots. And Giannis does not have that ability to go in, do a little crossover, hit a jumper in your face. Like, he's not Kevin Durant. This man needs to get to the rim to score or to the free throw line. And the Heat are doing a great job of stopping Giannis from getting into the bucket. They are daring the Bucks to make threes. I feel like the Heat are going to win in 6. The last matchup for the second round are the Clippers and the Nuggets. Bro, Jamal Murray had a first round for the ages. Multiple 50-point games. The only other players to ever do it is the person who was going against Donovan Mitchell, Allen Iverson, and Michael Jordan. Throughout that series, Murray was averaging 31.6 points per game, 5.8 8 rebounds per game, and 6.3 assists per game. While Jokic, maybe some consider the best center in the league, was averaging 26.3 points per game, 8.3 rebounds a game, and 5.4 assists per game. While Michael Porter Jr. and Grant were putting up some great numbers to help out the Nuggets against the Jazz. But I just feel like even though Paul George is in his shooting slump, well, I mean, you call it a slump because he is shooting 34%, but this man is still putting up 18, close to 19 points per game while averaging seven rebounds a game. But he's still doing what he needs to do for the Clippers to win. While Zubac and Lou Will are putting up some great numbers, while Zubac's averaging about 11.7 points per game and 7 rebounds a game, and Lou Will putting up his 16 points per game, professional scorer. Here's Instagram had the Clippers favored by 59% to 41%, and Twitter favored the Clippers 80% to the Nuggets 20%. With that being said, I agree with the social media, and the Clippers are going to win in 6 just because, both teams have depth, really good benches, and they both have a lot of players that could go for an easy 30 ball. But the Clippers have Kawhi Leonard, and unless the Nuggets try to figure out how to stop Kawhi, the Clippers are winning in 6. So my conference finals for the East is going to be the Heat and the Celtics. And then my Western Conference Finals is going to be the Battle of LA between the Lakers and the Clippers. I'm gonna make 2 separate videos for each conference finals for the next playoff preview. And until then, bro, we out. Let me know who you got in the second round of the playoffs. And make sure you know the usual: like, subscribe, all that. Follow me on Instagram. I'm going to keep doing the polls. Follow me on Twitter. I don't really shout out my Twitter like that, but follow me on Twitter. And I'm going to be doing all the polls, and I'm going to get your vote on there too. Just make sure you follow. Till next time.